This is a brush that I purchased at my local beauty supply store. It is, I don't know the brand name, but anyway, what's nice about this wig is, if Pam could zero in, is it has bristles that actually loop around. Okay, these are not the kind of bristles that have the ball on the end. This is less harsh on your hair, on the wig hair. It's going to be less jarring on the individual strands. And when you comb the hair out, basically, you don't want a lot of stretch of this fiber because that changes the curl formation, that changes the style of the wig. Actually, it could also expand the strands. You might find that over time, if you do actually overbrush or over comb a wig, the wigs actually grow on you. The wigs get, I don't know, thicker in volume. And it's pretty much because these strands have expanded. So you want to be as gently, as gentle as possible with the wig. You want to keep the original style, how it's supposed to look. That's how you want it to look as long as possible.
So, in considering tools and products, what's the biggest piece of advice you can give?
Tools and products, I say the number one thing is having a detangler. Whatever brand, or if you decide to use aerosol as versus pump spray, that's, you got to have one or the other. More important than even the right wig brush, because I think that the wigs last a little bit longer if you actually finger comb them, whether they're curled or like a straight or a large wave. I think it's the best out there. Your fingers and a detangler are going to give your wig a little bit longer life than anything else, but you do have to daily make sure that the tangles come out.
So, Tanya, through the series, you have been mentioning 1B and 2B. And in the natural world, we're looking at like a 1A, 1B. We're talking about curl patterns. But I think that you're talking about something different. What is a 1B when we're talking about wigs?
Okay. All the brands have their own way or their own system of labeling their colors. Okay. That is really, I guess, personalized with their brand. But I would say typically there's going to be some numbers that are just universal. So I would say 1, always you'll find 1 is your basic black. That's hardcore, that's the darkest color. 1B is going to be your off black, and in outdoor lighting you might see a slightly brownish cast to it. 2 is your dark brown. It's a basic brown. You wouldn't mistake it for black typically, but it's a very dark brown. And then you come up to number 4, and that is going to be more like a chestnut brown or a lighter brown. No highlights still, just straight medium brown. After that, I find that with free tress and sometimes Model, they'll go into a different numbering system. They'll go to 237. 237 basically is going to give you a 2 background, or the base of the wig is really going to be that dark brown. But that 37 that they've applied to this number is the highlighting feature. So 237 would be like the darkest wig they have, with a nice chestnut going throughout the wig, providing you highlights. A 437 is going to be starting with a lighter base, like a chestnut medium brown color, but it's going to have those highlights as well. And maybe these highlights are going to be slightly lighter than what you find in a 237. So you might have more of the honeys, more of the caramel color running through it, looking more sun-kissed and a little bit lighter. After that, there's the 430 and 427. So basically you're dealing with a 430, I would say, is medium brown, and then it has more of like an auburn mixed in. And the 427 It's going to be that medium brown, and then you're going to have the 27 typically denotes almost like a blondish highlight going through it. So even if you had a 1/27, it would be the darkest, almost black, so black, and basically the 27 would be like that golden color going through it. That's a highlight that's going to be a higher contrasting highlight. After that, in Freetress or Model, I believe they go into the family of 8000s, and those are very light colors. So that's your blonde and like your honey blonde wigs. But everybody has a different numbering system. Vanessa brand is doing something a little bit different than that. And then I know that Sensational, they have their DX colors, which is their family of highlighted colors. But everybody's got a 1, 1B, 2, and a 4, it seems.
And then after that, it's their own unique naming system.
Then they switch it.
Okay.
Switch it up.